Alright, welcome guys to another buff breakdown video, the second of two ever. Lycon and Harumasa's buffs have just come out for version 2.6, and yesterday I made a short video covering Lycon's buffs, and I said that I would do the Haru one next. Here it is. So, in this video I'll be going over what changed for Harumasa, how good his buff is in general, and I will also include just a few basic combos for you to do. This is not the big Harumasa guide that I said I'll be doing, that is coming later. However, I want to give you some basics just to hold you over while I am making that. But anyway, Harumasa buff. This one is actually really good. I think of all the buffs we ever received, this is one of the best ones. So let's talk about what it did, right? Just a few things that changed with Harumasa's buffs. I'll go over the gameplay changes first. There aren't that many. In terms of new moves, right, he got two new moves. He has a new EX special attack called Nowhere to Run Patrol, which you can access after a basic attack 4, basic attack 5, dodge counter, quick assist, ultimate, or enhanced dash attack. After any of these moves, if you press EX, he's going to do the new attack, and this is basically the same as his normal EX, but what it does is it's going to automatically convert the quivers into dashes, so you don't need to aim to apply the marks. This has some interesting interactions depending on when you use it, but that's something I'll be covering in the guide because it's way too complicated to try and explain now. But basically, it is just an EX that does slightly more damage and will automatically spend quivers for you. He also got a new bit of damage added to his ultimate. Whenever he uses ultimate now, it has an extra hit of damage called Zanshin Scattered Blossoms. This happens automatically. He will just pause briefly after ult and fire these 5 arrows. It looks beautiful, the damage is terrible. It looks cool though, you know, he has a new ultimate. That's it for his new moves. The rest are all actual passive changes. The main one to go over now is that Harumasa previously would get 25% crit rate just for his dash attacks, and then he will get up to 72% crit damage also just for his dash attacks. Now after post buff, that crit rate and crit damage buff applies to his ultimate as well, which is really nice for building him. You no longer need to overcap your crit rate by a little bit, you can just have standard 100% on basically everything. It doesn't apply to his basics or his EX or chain, but most of his damage is dashes and ultimate anyway, so that's completely fine. Now, one last change before I get to the buff passive. This isn't really a new move, but they made it so that whenever Harumasa uses a dash attack in stun, he does an additional hit of damage called Chasing Thunder. This has no visual change, it's an audio change. His dashes have a different pitch now in stun. But basically, automatically, whenever he's dashing in stun, the dashes will do extra damage. This is massive, it increases his damage so much. But yeah, I mean, in terms of gameplay changes, he basically still plays the exact same. The only real difference is that his ultimate is a bit longer, which isn't good, and then his new EX sometimes is going to be used. That's pretty much it. The rotations have not changed. Now, as far as buff passive, I have this one maxed out. This one's also extremely good. So at SDR6, his buff passive, whenever he's using an EX special attack, chain attack, or ultimate, he's going to increase his attack by 12%. This attack buff is a combat attack buff. So this is the same as Shadow Harmony's attack buff. It's the same as Thunder Metal or Hormone Punk. This is a multiplicative buff. It is really good. It's free stats. But then, additionally, on top of that, he also ignores 15% resistance on all dash attacks. Not just in stun, there's no condition on this, just all dash attacks. And the extra hit of the dash in stun, they will all ignore 15% resistance, which is so good. Yeah, his buffs, I think, are fairly straightforward to summarize. He just does a fuck ton more damage now, and his gameplay hasn't changed too much. There are no changes at all to his Mindscape, so I'm not going to cover those. But yeah, I mean, I think now Harumasa is just like really good. I don't think at M0 Harumasa is as good as Soldier Zero Ambi post buff. I think he can compete with Seed full M0 for sure, and if you have I think M1 Harumasa, you can argue to be as good as M0 buff Zambi, but that's just me field crafting right now. I don't have numbers, I don't have results. Or I kind of do, but not really. But no, HARUMASA is really good now. If he's actually worth learning for sure, you can put the time in, learn his combos, and he's actually going to be doing competitive damage, which is great. I wouldn't say he got any easier to play. They didn't add any quality of life that I was kind of hoping for. Oh, no, sorry. They added one... They made it so his dash 1 is invincible. That is a parry now. For us to bring that up. Doesn't do much, it just means that dash 1, you know, it does a cool sound effect. It sounds so nice. But yeah, no, I mean, he basically is the exact same character in terms of gameplay. So he's still really fun, I mean, my opinion. But now he does really good damage. Now, builds. What has changed for this man's build? Nothing really. In terms of engines, Zanshin is better. It used to not be very strong before the buff, because this engine only buffs dashes on the passive, which is fine, but they weren't that insane. After the buffs though, his dashes do so much damage that Zanshin got an upgrade. It is now better than Phase 3 Brimstone most of the time. With Nicole, Brimstone's still better at Phase 3, but with other teams, Zanshin is really good now. And then other engine option, ZZZ Cordis Germina. It is technically its best engine when playing with Dialyn. However, you have to be wary of the crit rate, because it is really easy to overcap your crit rate on Cordis. So the more it overcaps, the worse it's going to be. On average though, if you're overcapping by less than 10% on ZZZ, it should be a little bit better than Zanshin now. Okay, and also for discs, I don't think this has changed at all. This is gonna depend on the team, and I'll cover this in the Haru guide. But TLDR, a generalist set Shadow Harmony works in basically every team. It's always okay. If you're playing him with Qingyi, you can go Thunder Metal or Hormone Punk. And if you're playing him with Dialyn, you can go with Puffer or Shadow Harmony. That's the TLDR. Okay, that's pretty much it for the Haru buff changes. I will now be showing you combos for M0 and M1. These are not like the highest ceiling combos. These are just basic bread and butters that you can use. I will include one auto chain and one manual chain combo for both M0 and M1 for both Dialyn team and the non-Dialyn team. So that'll be 8 combos. I'm gonna leave these at the end of the video, so if you don't care to see those, you can skip out now. But yeah, for those who want just a combo example, you can use that for now. I will be covering combos more in depth and everything again in the new Haru guide, but I don't know when that's gonna be happening because it's gonna take a lot of work. Hopefully though, in a few weeks I can get that ready. But yeah, hope you guys liked this video, and yeah, enjoy Haru buff. He's pretty fucking good. These are absolutely worth buying. These are so fucking good. His passive is insane. This is like the best buff passive ever. It's so good. Anyway, here's the combos.
The pathetic one now.
You asked for it.
Swift as an arrow.
Wanna run?
A clear mind. Arrows fly through. Full of opening. We're not done yet. Who's the pathetic one now?
The pressure's all yours.
For real this time? Ever heard the whistle of arrows in flight?
Let me give you a little treat. Like this.
Let's keep it up. I won't miss.
This won't hurt much.
Full of opening.
Wanna run?
With a clear mind, arrows fly through. Hard to practice. Let's keep it up.
Bye-bye, suckers. Go!
Won't miss. Ever heard the whistle of arrows in flight?
You asked for it.
Let's keep it up. whistle of arrows in flight.
You asked for it.
Swift as an arrow.
Wanna run? Get it!
Who's the pathetic one now? We're not done yet. Break away in one hit.
Haru,
Clear mind. Arrows fly through.
the pressure's all yours.
For real this time.
Bye-bye, suckers. Boom!
Ever heard the whistle of arrows in flight? I won't miss.
This won't hurt much. Let me give you a little treat. Like this.
Who's the pathetic one now? We're not done yet.
Bye-bye, suckers. Boom!
I won't miss.
The pleasure's all yours.
Clear mind. Arrows fly through.